not going to happen to him again, hopefully. And we've got some sunken colonies there, but the only thing he's worried about at this point is swarm. Now the Hydralists attacking, just ripping apart the defences there. Looks like Ptak's just got one base left to rebuild the Devala Mount, moving the lurkers in, and he's actually taken out Redeemer's natural base. He's going to need to do some more damage in the game here, because Redeemer is defending like crazy, and he's still got looks like another couple of bases out there. So things looking really good for Ptak at this point. Really glad he's been able to be successful with the Hydralists and Lurkers so far, and they're doing a treat. They're just wiping the floor with any kind of air and ground unit. A lot of sunken colonies going down, but we've got Plague going off, and Plague is just totally eating away at those Hydralists, and oh my god, they're all reduced to 1 health, and as soon as any hits went off with the sunken colonies, that's all of the Hydralists being taken out. Lurkers there as well, but Lurkers obviously no good against Mutalisks. And Ptak moving in a couple of Lurkers to Redeemer's base at this position near to the 6 o'clock. And the Lurkers are in a great position there if it weren't for the Hydralists, the Mutalisks, and now with an Overlord coming into spot for them, that's the end of the Lurkers. So a lot of damage there done to each player. We had Ptak lose his main, and Redeemer nearly loses main. He's lost his natural expansion, he's lost his whole army. Another Hydralist didn't going down as a replacement, but yeah, I've got to say that I'm just a bit worried about Ptak at this point, because he's having to spend a lot of money, and he is a bit tight. I mean, it's a ZVZ, both players are really tight for cash, and just a bit worried because he's now going to have to spend a lot of money on tech again, and Redeemer's not going to have to do that because all of his tech is intact, and he'll be able to build a lot more units, and he's going again for Mutalisks. I just need to catch my breath, guys. This has just been insane so far. The Mutalisks again. We've got Mutalisks again, and now we've got Defilers once again. So he hasn't lost his tech. These Mutalisks are really just looking to put down some of Ptak's expansions, and I think they'll be able to do that fairly successfully. Look over here, we haven't got any spore colonies up yet, so he'll be able to do a lot of. I'd be attacking the drones if I were you, mate. Yeah, just go and attack the drones. Yeah, he's trying to take out the spore colonies, but this other spore colony is going to be finished in time, and he's not going to, yeah, and the other one's there. So if he had moved in and killed the drones, I think he would have done a lot more damage there, and now Ptak has obviously still got a chance to come back in this game by building a lot of Hydralisks, but yeah, this game is still quite close, and it's a really fascinating game. I'm not sure if there are things that I'm missing about it strategically, but it looks like I've covered most of the main things. Obviously, I can't call it, guys. I don't know who is going to be able to win this. Maybe Zerg experts would be able to really sort of give the advantage one way or another, but it's hard to tell who's got the economic advantage. Now we've got those Mutalisks from Redeemer turning into Guardians, and that's a pretty good move, because the map isn't filled up with a lot of units, and when you've got air units able to take advantage of cliffs and things, it's quite a good way of getting an advantage. Those Guardians are way up in the open, but Ptak doesn't know that they're there. He's heading for Ptak's expansion, and this is quite good. I think he should be able to take out this expansion without too much difficulty. What I'd be doing if I was Ptak is actually building some Scourges, but the thing is he's lost his Spire, and I'm not sure if he's able to build Scourges at this point. This is what I was talking about with the cliffs. You're just going to move around to the other side and just snipe from afar. Guardian's range is excellent. These Hydralists will have to come in a few at a time, and they won't have enough firepower at any point in time to actually get rid of all of the Guardians, so that looks like a hatchery going down. But in the meantime, we've actually got an attack going in by these Hydralists, and that's a perfect Dark Swarm. Another one going off, and the only thing which didn't stop him from completely wiping the floor with those Hydralists is just like 2 or 3 Lurkers there, and Lurkers, as I said before, just totally trash Zerglings, and it's just beautiful to see that, because you never see Lurkers in a Zerg versus Zerg game typically, or a number of these other units that we're looking at. Guardians have finished with the expansion and are now moving for Ptak's other expansion, but they've left a window of opportunity there, I feel, because they're out in the open, and if Ptak moves in a decent group of ground range units there, he'll be able to get rid of them. So here we go. Yep, plenty of Hydralists coming in, and this is what I was talking about. just swarming in underneath and making sure you get enough firepower at one point in time, at a quick window of time, rather, to knock them out. More Guardians coming in. Maybe those Guardians were a little bit of a waste, I'm starting to wonder, just in terms of resources. I don't know what else Redeemer will be going for. He's still got the Zerglings and Defilers, but yeah, just again, he's got nothing to take out the Lurkers when they show up. So I guess that's why he's not trying to do anything with the Zerglings for now. Yeah, man. Both of these players are no doubt thinking really hard about what they need to do to win. And with Fog of War on, it's really uncertain as to what kind of unit your opponent's getting. And with a lot of unconventional Zerg play, you obviously don't have a lot of game experience to draw on just to help you decide what to do. And it's really a lot of quick thinking, and that's StarCraft at its best, really, when you've got unconventional play and you have to think strategically to win. These Zerglings have actually managed to get as far as Ptak's backup main base, and they're out of range of the Lurkers, so that Defiler mound goes down. In the meantime, we've got some Hydralisks over here actually taking out the Guardians. Managed to sneak in there before they'd finished morphing and just get into position. Again, Plague going down, and Redeemer's just doing a great job using Plague on these Hydralisks. It's served them really well. Plague's just devastating in Zerg versus Zerg. Possibly even more so than in Zerg versus Terran. Couldn't quite call that, but it sort of seems like it's a possible thing to say. Well, again, just got to catch my breath. Just talking too fast for like 30 minutes straight. This game does look like it's going to be starting to wind down, although, it could go on forever at the rate it's going. Finally, we've got some Ultralisks, so this could be the decider. Redeemer's finally got some Ultralisks, and the thing is that Ultralisks are much better against Lurkers than Zerglings, so finally, for the first time in this game, and it is the first time in this game, Redeemer will be able to take control of the ground, and